look on Lucian's face was priceless. He couldn't quite grasp the fact that that lady had a baby in her tummy.
I know. I didn't know if I should laugh or apologize when he asked if she was going to eat him, too.
That's what I love about kids. If they have a question, they'll ask it, no matter how embarrassing. I remember when Alexander was about 4 years old.
Hey, honey.
Hey. How you doing?
How'd it go with Luke?
Can we talk about that, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, sorry.
That's my cue.
Oh, no, I don't, he doesn't mean you need to leave right now.
Brenda, Sonny has made it abundantly clear on more than one occasion that he's not comfortable with my spending time here, and you obviously have things to discuss, so I'm out of here. You tell Lucian I'll talk to him later.
Listen, I just, want to talk to both of you, and, I mean, I know that you have your doubts about Suzanne's motives, and so I just wanted you to know that, I've decided to take the DNA test right away, and so that way, you know, we can just prove that Lucian's my son, and then get past all of this, and we can just, you know, kind of focus on being a family.
You're considering the test. What made you change your mind?
Well, you made me change my mind. You know, because sorry, I was wrong. I wasn't thinking about your feelings. Just because I don't doubt Suzanne's story doesn't mean that I should ignore the fact that you do.
I was just looking out for you.
I know that, and you were right to do that. You were right, and I was wrong, and, you know, no, of course you need to know that Lucian's mine before you can open yourself up to him, and you're right. You know, it's just, I know what it's like to be loved by you, and there's no better feeling in the world, so I was just excited about Lucian feeling that, too.
Well, you know that just because you get this DNA test doesn't mean that, you know, because she did know about Theo and how dangerous he was. She never said anything. It could have cost you your life. I'm not going to forget that.
No, I agree with you on that. It's just that for me, for whatever reason, her bringing him back to me is just, it's just fixed all of that for me.
Brenda, you don't have to defend me. I understand where Sonny's coming from, and I respect it.
Well, you got a funny way of showing it.
Look, as soon as this DNA test is taken and the issue is settled, I'll leave Port Charles. Give the three of you a chance to be a family without me hanging around.
Oh, I don't want you to leave.
The last thing I want to do is cause tension between you and Sonny.
It's a little too late for that.
Babe.
Look, I have been neglecting my duties to ASEC. I need to get back on the road and raise money to help those kids.
No, don't forget that Lucian needs his grandmother.
Well, I'll check in. But it's not fair to Lucian or your new husband to have me hovering.
Okay, but just, you know, I mean, just do me a favor and promise you won't make plans to leave quite yet.
I promise I'll think about it.
Okay.
This makes you uncomfortable. I get that, but I'm not going to apologize for trying to protect you.
You know I love you, right?
Right.
I love this kid too already. You know, and I mean, he's my son. He's gonna ask me, you know, who his grandmother is. He's gonna want to know her.
When are you getting the test?
Right away, I'm taking it. And, you know what I told Lucian?
What's that?
I told him that, I think this is what mothers do, right? I told him he had to eat all of his dinner and all of his vegetables. And that if he does that we'll take him for ice cream. So, do you want to do that with us?
I'd love to. I can't because I got a situation with Michael.
Okay. I love that you love Michael so much. I'm feeling a little insecure, babe. You know, I feel like you're never gonna start to love him. You know, if you don't spend any time with him.
Listen, okay, I'm not choosing one over the other.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course not.
You understand?
Yeah.
Give me a kiss. Where's Sonny?
Come
Can
on
you
in.
call me Sonny? 'Cause
Yeah, great. Can I get some coffee or tea? Anything? Michael keeps that house blend that you like here. I could brew a pot if you want.
no, that's okay. Is Michael around?
No, he's actually at the loft.
Oh, I'm sure that's not his idea.
Well, Dante didn't think that, Michael should be spending so much time here, at least while I'm on, facing the murder charge. I agreed. I honestly, I don't want to do anything to jeopardize Michael's parole.
Good. Because the night of the bus crash, we were waiting to hear from Michael, and I could tell how much you cared about him. That's why I'm here. I'm going to do everything I can so you walk away from this. Diane is the best lawyer you can get. You're not going to do any time. I don't care how many eyewitnesses they put on the stand.
Listen, I appreciate everything that you and Jason are doing to help me.
Well, it's the best thing for Michael. And look, until this is all cleared up, best thing for you to do is stay away from my son. I don't mean any disapproval. I don't care that you're a lot older than Michael or that you work at Bonds. This has nothing to do with that. I mean, like I said before, I used to run a strip joint, and there were women there who were decent, trying to make a living.
Yeah, do what you do to survive,
What you got to understand, though, is when Michael went to prison, he had to survive. And then when he got paroled, he was in the same mode, except, with you, he didn't have his guards up because you were good for him. I just want you to continue to do that for him.
By staying away from him.
Well, just until this, this stuff with your old boyfriend's murder is sorted out. That's all
Look,
I'm
I already
saying.
had this conversation with Carly. Okay, and it was before I was arrested and charged. But still, she thought that Michael would be better off taking a break from me, but Michael didn't see it that way.
But if you asked Michael to do it, I'm sure he would do it for you.
My relationship with your son is based on honesty. Okay, which means being upfront with him all the time, not just when it's convenient. I have absolutely no problem telling Michael what my concerns are. But I can't look him in the eye and lie to him, even if it's for his own good.
Okay, but he is my son. And I'm going to protect him at any cost.
Hi. Hi, you must be Lucian.
That was fast.
Nice to meet you.
Lucian, this is Robin.
Hey, sweetheart. So cute. Yeah, I was at Jake's. Patrick and I were supposed to have our date night tonight, so we left Emma with the sitter. But we rarely got through a round of darts, and Patrick was being called back to the
Great, please don't
hospital.
ever say date night in front of me again. It's so creepy.
Wow, you must have been really good today because that looks like 2 big scoops of ice cream.
Oh, let me explain something to you about how incredibly perfect my son is. He ate his entire dinner and all of his vegetables.
That is so good. I cannot get my daughter to eat anything green to save my life. She is so stubborn.
I wonder where she got that from.
Oh, come on. Patrick is very stubborn, too, and also has the biggest ego. Let's hope that Emma doesn't inherit that trait from him. Otherwise, we'll have to add on to the house to make room for both of their egos.
God, I hadn't even thought about that. Just, about the things that he might pick up on from me. And Sonny.
Could you be implying that your husband is just a teensy bit arrogant?
Hey, what's up? You want to see me?
Yeah. I know I keep asking you this, but I need your help with Michael.
Look, if you're about to tell me to let Michael do his own thing so he can be happy, I can't. I can't just keep looking the other way because it will cost him his freedom.
You are absolutely right. Abby is nice enough, but she's not nice enough for Michael to go back to prison. You understand?
You agreed with me?
Okay, don't get ahead of yourself. Abby was charged with murder. I don't know whether she did it or not. Doesn't matter. At this point, Michael should not be associated with her.
Yeah, try telling that to Michael.
I went to Abby, and I said, hey, can you guys just maybe break it off till things clear up? She said no.
Yeah, that surprises you.
Well, it doesn't. Look, I thought she was willing to protect Michael, you know, especially since he could go back to prison, and it was her ex-boyfriend's murder who caused the whole trouble.
I think what's happening is Michael doesn't feel like what he wants matters. Like you and I don't respect him enough that he can decide for himself, and Abby doesn't want to take that choice out of his hands.
Well, Michael can't make this choice. Not, you know what I'm saying? He's a lovesick puppy who will pick Abby over protecting himself. We can't let that happen. Will you back me on this? Thanks for coming.
Hey, Michael.
You said it was important?
I heard that Diane got Abby out on bail.
Yeah. Like that, whatever you're paying her is not enough.
Diane Teddy said that.
I don't know, Dad, she's that good.
Why do you think I pay her so much money? Because I wouldn't allow anybody to run her mouth about my private life like that, you know?
Yeah, Abby appreciates the help. So do I.
Yeah, listen, you know, Abby's got a lot on her mind. I don't think she should be worrying about who's going to represent her and whether the charges she's facing is going to affect her parole. And I'm just thinking maybe it's best that you guys, until things clear up, not see each other.
Okay. You know, Dante, you didn't have to run to Dad. I'm old enough to make my own choices.
Hold on. I called Dante.
Okay, well, Dad, you don't have to worry. I'm not going to do anything stupid.
Like making a false confession.
Okay.
I can't take credit for that one either.
Oh, Jason filled me in.
Okay, I'm not going to break up with Abby.
Well, son, you say that like you have a choice.
I'm officially annoyed by the guard. Yeah, Max and Milo had some family event, so they had to take the night off. So guess who I have?
Who?
Frankie. You don't know Frankie?
No,
Frankie
who's
doesn't
Frankie?
speak. I mean, like, he doesn't speak ever. As we were living with Jason. It's totally uncomfortable. I'm not kidding you, the guy hasn't said 2 words today.
Oh, come on. Is it that bad? I mean, isn't it better than them hovering over you?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, you know, I want him to be safe, but I want him to feel like he's having a normal life. You know? Do you know how he sleeps? It's so crazy how you see yourself in your children. He sleeps. Do you remember how I used to sleep?
Yeah,
Exactly, like a weirdo with my head and my fist smashed into the pillow. He does the same thing. Anyway, I'm actually really excited about having the DNA test, you know, because Sonny's going to have the proof in black and white, and then he's not going to be worried about anything anymore. It's going to be perfect. So did you set up the arrangements?
I did. It's tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Perfect. You're kidding. Oh, that's amazing. And then how soon do we get the results?
Well, I can put a rush on the lab, so you should know in a few days.
Oh, my gosh, that's great. It's not going to hurt him, right?
No. They just do a swab on his cheek.
Okay, because I just don't want him to have to deal with needles and stuff right now on top of everything else that he's having to deal with, you know?
No, you won't have to.
Okay, good. Oh, where is he? Lucian!
He was right there. Maybe.
Where'd he go? Lucian! Did you just walk outside? Lucian!